Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. Welcome to this edition of Discussion on the Hindu dated 30th of July 2022, and I'm back again with some of the major articles from the newspaper. So let's begin up with our today's discussion. From the very first page from GS3 Indian Economy, there is an article headlined as Core Sector Output Expands by 12.7%, and the crude oil output dropped by 1.7% from an year earlier. From this article, you have to know what are the 8 core sectors and what are their weightages. Also, index of the 8 core industries and the index of industrial production, that is IIP. Moving on page number 1 itself from GS2 Governance, the article is headlined as New Warning on All Tobacco Products Soon. So this is regarding an amendment in the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Packaging Rules 2008, and these amendment rules will be applicable from December 1st. From this article, you have to know what are the new sets of health warnings for tobacco product packages. Also know about cigarettes and other tobacco products, that is Packaging and Labeling Rules 2008, other control measures taken by the government, what is the tobacco consumption pattern in India. Further on, what are the consequences of tobacco consumption, what are the global efforts being taken in this particular regard, and also know about the World No Tobacco Day. Moving further on page number 1 itself from GS2 Indian Polity, the article is headlined as 6 Pleas Challenge Places of Worship Act. So the Supreme Court has already sought response from the centre. So this is in regard of more and more petitions being filed challenging the Places of Worship Act. From this article, you have to know about the legal battle over the validity of Places of Worship Act special provisions of 1991. What are the key provisions in this regard and exemptions under the Act? Also, what is the Ayodhya verdict and the Gyan Vapi case? Further on, what is Supreme Court's view and its stand in this case, and what is the possible scenario ahead? Moving further on page number 2 from GS2 Governance Sector, there is an article headlined as Decide on Sex-Selective Surgery Ban. High Court tells the government the DCPCR, that is the Delhi Commission for Protection of Child Rights, recommended to ban on the procedure. From this article, know about the High Court order on the ban on medically unnecessary sex-selective surgeries on infants and children, and also what is intersex infants. Alright, moving further on page number 6 from GS2 Indian Polity, the article is headlined as We Need to Protect Whistleblowers. From this article, you have to know about the key provisions of the Whistleblowers Protection Act 2014, its 2015 amendment, what is whistleblowing, what is the significance of whistleblowing, also know about the IRDA's whistleblower portal, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 6 from GS2 International Relations, the article is about Tunisia and it is headlined as One Man Rule. So Tunisia is slipping into the constitutional authoritarianism under the Case Said rule. From this article, you have to know about the issues and reasons behind unrest in Tunisia, also know about the Arab Spring and the uprising against autocratic rule elsewhere like Egypt, Yemen, Libya, Bahrain, Syria, etc. Moving further on page number 7 from GS2 Governance Sector, the article says, Token prohibition takes a toll in Gujarat. From this article, you have to know about the illicit liquor or hooch sale and the consumption on issues in India. Also know about the reasons behind the repeated incidents of illicit liquor consumption deaths. Moving further on page number 8, from GS3 Indian Economy, the article is headlined as Modi unveils India's first global bullion exchange, and it is a move that could lead to standard gold pricing in the country. From this article, you have to know about the launch of India International Bullion Exchange IIBX. Also know about the purpose of bringing it. Further on, its significance in bringing transparency in the gold market. Alright, moving further on page number 9 from GS2 International Relations, the article is headlined as Jaishankar pushes for Chabahar port. There is no talks announced at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meet in Tashkent with the Chinese, Pakistan and Taliban foreign ministers. Also know about the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, its structure, know about the RATS, what is the significance of its expansion with Iran's inclusion. Moreover, what is the significance of SCO for India, what is India's role in SCO, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 10 from GS2 Governance Sector, the article is headlined as Boon for Leaf Plates. Bowl makers in Himachal after ban of single-use plastic. From this article, you have to know what is the single-use plastic, what are the impacts of single-use plastic, the efforts taken by the government in tackling the single-use plastic, and what is the plastic pact. Moreover, what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 10 itself, from GS3 Environment Sector, the article is headlined as Manas Reserve has 2.4 tigresses for every tiger. So this is as per the annual monitoring results that were released. From this article, you have to know what are the significant protected areas in Assam. Also know about the tiger conservation in India, about the Project Tiger and the tiger reserves. And with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of Headlines of the Day, The Hindu. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.